The second step on the SAMR ladder is augmentation. And at this step, you are moving past substitution, where you are simply putting your material on Schoology, so it's a digital copy, and now starting to change it so that it's maybe a little more interactive, or students have more access to different tools, and the technology allows this. So one way I began to augment my unit of A Christmas Carol was when I started using Quizlet for vocabulary words. With the 19th century language that Charles Dickens used, we see that many of these words are very different from what our students are used to today. And so vocabulary became a hindrance for my students. There was very little recall, very little remembering, because they were not developing those connections with words. And so to kind of help them with that and to increase their learner engagement, I used Quizlet. I found Quizlet as a fun activity, especially for vocabulary. I would insert the vocabulary word and its definition, and then share this website with my students through Schoology. They had access to flashcards that they could study. They could hear the word, practice spelling the word. They were allowed to take as many pre-tests as they wanted to take. And there were a couple different games that encouraged them to play more. They like to play games. And so match the definition to the word. The shortest amount of time was the winner. Gravity was another game that was introduced later on. And something within the last year that's been introduced is even this Quizlet Live, where they are competing against other members in their classrooms to increase student engagement as well. What I really like about this is that the technology allowed this to happen. All I am required to do is type in the word and the definition, and the technology creates these different activities for my students. This is a way that vocabulary words can be augmented into that second level of SAMR, so that students are now more engaged in the learning, and it also increases their remembering of the words and encourages the use of these words even within their assignments throughout the unit.